Your Majesties, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for always returning. Thank you so much for your show of love. Thank you so much for all that you do for this community to keep growing. Hope you're well in all your ways and you're loving yourself and others like always. How would black people survive if white people never existed? What do you think, Your Majesty? How would me and you survive if the white man had not existed? This is what we're going to talk about. Because I got some white person who sat down with all his might, with all his energy and vibration, and he made this video that was circulating. And he said all these things. He rubbed it on your face and my face that whatever we are today, whoever we are today, whatever we have today is all thanks to the white man who is the genius. Is all thanks to the white man who is the Yeshua. Is all thanks to the white man who is the creator. Your Majesty. Anyway, let's listen to this and we're going to analyze it together.
How would black people survive on this planet if white people didn't exist? Now, some people might think of this as a joke, but this is actually a very serious question. There is nowhere on this planet an example of a self-sustaining and successful and thriving black community. I mean, let's take Africa, for example. The whole world is constantly providing aid and supporting Africa from all over the world, from America, from Europe, from Russia, from China. All these major self-sustaining countries are constantly providing aid and helping Africa survive. Same thing here in America. We have all these programs like Section 8 housing, welfare, food stamps that help out the black community. So it is a real question. How would black people survive and self-sustain if white people did not exist?
Troglodyte male monkey in winter. Is this you? Yeah. You all really think you all be on to something, don't you? Let's get it.
How would black people survive on this planet if white people didn't exist?
The same way we did prior to the age of exploration and colonization that saved your ancestors, with Nubian empires such as the Kingdom of Kush, in ancient civilizations like the land of Punt that the Egyptians referred to as the land of the gods. Oh, the Egyptians are not even on this list. Let's get it. With city-states like Carthage that were the North African hub of commercial activity and flourished for over 500 years. That would be longer than the United States has been in existence. The great Ethiopian kingdom of Axiom, while Rome was rising and falling, its influence was spreading throughout Africa from a base in Ethiopia. And without white people, the Mali Empire got along just fine through Western Africa with its crown jewel of Timbuktu, an educational center that it took Europe hundreds of years to even catch up with. Oh, and let's not forget the Songhai Empire of West Africa that encompassed more area and territory than all of Western Europe combined. And my personal favorite, the Great Zimbabwe, that rivaled anything Europe had to offer in 1100 CE. It was a trading mecca. Goods and services were traded there from all over Africa and also included trade with India, China, and the Arabian Empire. Now, you were saying something else.
There is nowhere on this planet an example of a self-sustaining and successful and thriving black community. I mean, let's take Africa, for example. The whole world is constantly providing aid and supporting Africa from all over the world, from America, from Europe, from Russia, from China. All these major self-sustaining countries are constantly providing aid and helping Africa survive.
What you reference is not aid. It's capitalistic colonization, because European Colonialism is alive and well in Africa today. And America, Russia, China, all of them are jumping on the bandwagon. Why, you may ask? Because Africa, by far, contains the most mineral wealth of any continent on this planet. Oil, copper, gold, diamonds, all the precious metals are found in Africa, as well as timber. That is why all of these nations you mentioned want to get a foothold and colonize in Africa today. It is not Africa who needs Europe. It's Europe and America who needs Africa. Now continue with some more of your delusions.
Same thing here in America. We have all these programs like Section 8 housing, welfare, food stamps that help out the black community.
Section 8. Let's make this quick, because your stupid ass could have just Googled this. But about half, 49%, of projected base Section 8 recipients are white. About a third, 33%, are black, and 13% are Hispanic. That's Section 8. Moving right along. Next. Welfare. Something else you could have just Googled. You would have discovered that 75.2% of the welfare paid in 2020 went to retired workers and dependents accounts. And you would also discover that 36.5% of welfare recipients are white, while 25.8% are black.
Nowhere on this planet an example of a self-sustaining and successful and thriving black community.
There have been many examples in this country alone of self-sustaining, thriving black communities, but your ancestors could not stand to see them prosper and thrive. That's why you continually burnt them down. Communities like Wilmington, North Carolina, where the first coup in this country actually took place, when racist white supremacists couldn't stand to see elected black officials in power and ran them out of town and destroyed or took all their property. And let's not forget what happened in 1906 in Atlanta, when white people were threatened by the upward mobility of the black community in Atlanta, and all of a sudden 4 random white women accused some unknown random black men of raping them, therefore kicking off a 1906 massacre in Atlanta. And probably the bloodiest moment in American history when it came to racial massacres occurred in Elaine, Arkansas in 1919, where the black population outnumbered the white population by 10 to 1, thriving 10 to 1. And when that thriving black community in Elaine, Arkansas got together and decided to demand justice with their economic might, what happened? Oh yeah, that's right. White people showed up and massacred them. Yeah, and let's not forget Rosewood, 1923, a thriving black community that Fannie Taylor decided to destroy by saying that she was raped by a black man. And who did they go get first? The local blacksmith. And before killing him, they made sure to torture and mutilate him and hung him from a tree and proceeded to start to burn down a thriving black community. Listen here, you poster child, for why your uncle should have had a better pull-out game on his sister. Black people don't need you all. We did not create the transatlantic slave trade because we needed you. You created it because you needed us. And we will be fine if you cease to exist tomorrow. And I said what I said.
Your Majesties, I was so happy with the reply, and I just felt like, why not I just let it be there so that you listen to it yourself as well. Ooh. I keep saying this as they keep teaching their children these things, and these children keep growing with these things, and there is no end. Your Majesties, there is no end. Do not think that they will come and love you with all that they have, and you feel, oh, this is genuine. This is genuine love. This is genuine love. This is whatever. They wouldn't do that. Now talking about Kebulan, Of course, you know already that when you talk about America, I keep saying this, America, I don't know if this video will come up because YouTube do not really like videos like this. All right, because America, from history up until now, we are aware that America is built and is still being built on the backs of black people. Black people, Your Majesty. And the audacity of this guy, the way he sat down, like he planned it, like before you do anything, you think about it. Before I came to film this for you, Your Majesty, I planned it. I had to do something. I had to do some more research so that I can see. So I prepared for it. All right. What he did, he was prepared for it. And he sat down and say all these things he said to tell you that there are lots more of them. This is just the one that just took up the courage to come let you know what is behind, what they sit and talk about. Just imagine the clique that someone like this will have and what they discuss, where they are sitting down and having some fun. Just imagine what they would talk about. Alkebulan, that we are all collecting aid. Oh no, do not think that. Do not think that. Because the havoc which Europeans, white Americans have done to Alkebulan is beyond repair. Who is running with the legs touching the head to Alkebulan recently? You know the person. I talked about him here. He's the one in charge of pharmacies in the world. What was he doing in Alkebulan? He can pretend in other parts that he's giving money, he's giving some dollars. And then we think they are helping. And then they have this ideology that they are coming to help when they are coming to steal. What do we not have that this guy would think that they are doing us some good with some expired things, outdated things that they ship down here? Some leftover money short. They bring those things because they know they're going to get triple, 10 times, 100 times more than what they gave. It's not help. America is not helping Alkebulan. The British government are not helping Alkebulan. The French government are not helping Alkebulan. And that is why recently most of the leaders are saying, our people are saying enough. Our people are saying they are tired of the French government. They are tired of the British government. They are tired of the American government. If things were going well and smooth, nobody would come out to say those things. But things are not going the way it should be. Because you all see us as slaves. You still want to colonize us the more. You still want to detect our lives. And that is why your children can sit at the front of a camera and say things like this, and you feel there's nothing wrong with it. But when people like us come to sensitize our people, you start flagging our videos. You start saying we're creating hate comments. While in the real sense, you know who is setting up the fire. What do you think, Your Majesty? I think the black man did justice to everything that was said. And leave your comments there, Your Majesty. It's at the section, and I'll see you in my next one. Until then, love yourself, love others, stay safe, stay positive, always. Bye for now.